Hello VC, this is Chris. I'm back with another video. This is in response to the Gimme 10 US psychedelic albums. So I had a little bit more trouble figuring out which ones to include in this. I was the ones on a specific year, I was able to search for those because I had them tagged by year, but I don't have them tagged by type of music, so I had to rely on my memory for psychedelic. So I came up with a mixture of stuff here, and looking at some of the other videos that people did, one of the criteria seemed to be old. If it were in the 60s, that might make it psychedelic, but that didn't quite seem right. So I found 10, so I'll go ahead and show you those. The first one is Brotherhood. This was post Paul Revere and the Raiders. Some of the band members spun off and formed this group, and they had, I think they did 2 albums under this name. This is on the an orange RCA label. And then the next one I had was Paul Kantner, Jefferson Starship. This was later in the Jefferson airplane era, or at the end of it. Paul Kantner and other members from California did this album. A nice gatefold. And I think this one is on a black RCA label. Number 3, related to Pere Ubu, David Thomas, More Places Forever. I'll put some details on these albums in the notes section. This is on Twin Tone. And then my 4th US Psych album, Birdsongs of Mesozoic. This is an EP rather than an album, but again, stretching the rules to make them fit. This was a spin-off of, or related to, Mission of Burma. And then my next one was Terry Brooks and Strange, Translucent World. This is on the Psycho label. I think most of these were done in Florida or the Miami area. Terry Brooks, he produced several of these heavy guitar-based albums. And then this, we go to a keyboard, synthesizer-based. Mother Mallard's Portable Masterpiece Theater. With David Borden as the prime member, I guess. It's on the Earthquake label. They did at least one other Mother Mallard album, and then David Borden did a whole series of on his own. Some of them were entitled Continuing something of Counterpoint. Series of Counterpoint. Anyway, next we have, this is sort of Grateful Dead related, Ned Lagin's Seastones. This is sort of an ambient type album. Again, keyboard based. Ned Lagin. And this is on Round Records. Might even have Jerry Garcia participating in this, and David Freeberg, so another West Coast album. And then we have Sir Lord Baltimore. I think this is their first one. The other one has a haunted ship type cover. This is on Mercury, gatefold album. On red Mercury label. And then one that I really like, it's Blue Cheer related, Randy Holden, Population 2. A nice heavy guitar album. Some of this was duplicated on one of the Blue Cheer albums. This is on Hobbit label. And then finally, Black Sun Ensemble. This is still in the shrink wrap, so there seems to be some glare on it. This is on Reckless label. I think they did one of the Mew albums also. And this is, I think, late 70s. So that was my 10 Psych albums. Maybe I've got some other ones that I pulled out that maybe I'll show as a follow-up, as the leftovers for psychedelic. So thanks everybody, and I'll talk to you again.